Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the Tuff-N-Uff Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner with a record of 2 wins and 2 losses. Fighting out of Hybrid Performance, Las Vegas, Nevada, Vance Elrod. His opponent stands across the cage in the red corner with a record of 2 wins and 1 loss, 1 no contest. Fighting out of Fusion MMA, St. George, Utah. Here is Justin Horsley. Your referee in charge of the action inside the cage is Mark Smith.
Three 2-minute rounds. If you're trying to keep up with who's wearing what, they're both wearing black trunks. So Elrod is wearing the tighter of the 2 pairs of shorts. And man, those are some flashy kicks that Elrod is throwing.
Guys
also,
just throwing.
Fairly handy. Justin Horsley has the name tattooed on the back. So if you're also trying to keep up, that's a handy way of doing it. Kind of like an invisible jersey.
Big kicks being thrown by Elrod.
Elrod wants to get one of those flashy knockouts, man.
They're coming quick, too, and a nice takedown there.
Yep. Horsley said enough with the flashy kicks. Let's take this to the ground, and Elrod is in top position. Big shot there from Elrod.
Oh, grabs the neck.
He's got a guillotine, but it's going to be really hard to complete. Horsley doing a nice job hanging onto that leg, neutralizing that choke, and now Horsley is the one pressing Elrod up against the cage.
Trying to look for a takedown of his own. Elrod doing a good job keeping his balance right now. Horsley's looking for that single leg takedown.
Just
now,
over 40 seconds.
Picks the ankle.
Yep, does a nice job with that pick. Elrod right back to his feet, though.
Those kicks just coming very quick from Elrod.
And Elrod not slowing down with the flashy kicks. Lots of wheel kicks, spinning roundhouses. Good kick to the body there.
That one hurt.
Yep.
But Horsley landed a nice left on the exchange.
Final 10 seconds of round number 1. Nice timing there from Elrod. Finished up that round by throwing a couple of impressive shots that did connect on Horsley, but relatively indescript round number 1.
A little bit of blood coming from Horsley's nose.
Do you give it to Elrod?
I would give it to Elrod. I think that's a very close round, but I think Elrod was just the more active fighter throughout, landed a little bit more, and you know what? Flashiness never hurts either. It doesn't.
It depends how the judges scored it, but I have both fighters getting a takedown because even though it wasn't dramatic, Horsley did pick that ankle, and he did get the takedown. Didn't last long in that case, but Horsley did get the takedown there. So interesting round number 1, and I'm curious if the judges, I mean, the more significant shot certainly, right, because Elrod landing that big kick to the body, that one that we just saw in the replay there, certainly significant, but I'll be curious to see if the judges weigh any of the flashiness, because that can play a factor, right? I mean, you're in there throwing these big, crazy wheel kicks. The judges will notice that as a significant moment, even if they do totally miss.
And just being active, too.
Yep. 2 more minutes on the clock. Cage doors being closed and secured. Round number 2 here at Tuff-N-Uff with the bantamweights. We're underway. Ooh. Elrod fires quickly and lands. Another shot to the body from Elrod.
Elrod doing a pretty good job of finding his range with his hands and his kicks so far. Keeping out of Horsley's distance.
Yeah, and catching Horsley backing up and coming forward. Another one.
It's that one, too. Doing a good job. Horsley's moving around, or excuse me, Elrod's moving around, but Horsley grabs the leg right there.
Yeah, I don't know if Elrod's corner told him this in between rounds, but it seemed like round number 1, he was almost forsaking his hands because he was so intent on landing one of those big flashy kicks or even the solid kicks to the body. It seems like he's paying more attention to the striking with his hands in round number 2 here, and so far it's being very effective.
Elrod's doing a better job of attacking from angles, like we saw right there. Horsley just kind of plodding forward right now, spinning back fist, but Elrod saw it coming.
Yeah, and Elrod, again, when asked his reach, he just said long, and yes, his arms are long. We don't know the exact measurements, but he is doing a very nice job connecting
Strong
on Horsley.
left, too.
Horsley's nose pretty badly bloodied at this point.
Yeah, his face is getting red. But big
nice
right
shot
there.
Yeah. Elrod shakes it off, said it didn't hurt, which normally means it kind of
Elrod
hurt.
keeping his hands pretty low, though.
Yep.
He's not too concerned about Horsley's power, at least at the moment.
Final 10 seconds here of round number 2. Horsley trying to elevate, going for the takedown here in the final seconds. And Elrod doing a nice job of stuffing that attempt. We'll go to a 3rd round.
Don't forget the official
Elrod looks very
Tuff-N-Uff
confident.
after
Absolutely.
party is
He's very
happening
calm.
at the
Very,
UV
his
Lounge
cardio seems to be
inside
on point
Hooters
as well.
Casino. Immediately following the fights, we're going to be replaying the fights, and you can meet and greet our
Back
fighters
kick
coming
there.
out with your favorite Tuff-N-Uff
I mean, just
fighters.
doing a good job attacking
Show
from
your
all
Tuff-N-Uff
angles,
ticket,
you know. Very
sub
impressive.
or
He's
see one
moving
of
a
the
lot.
Hooters girls to get
Shows
on
good
the
balance
guest
here when
list.
Horsley
We're
tried
gonna
to take
have
him down.
3 shots all night.
And I
That
tell
is
you
the
what,
UV
like,
Lounge
he
inside
said that he
the
trades
Hooters
with Victor
Casino, the
Lapari.
official
Both
Tuff-N-Uff
those guys
after party.
just putting on shows tonight. Lapari in a very different way, but the clinic that he put on with his wrestling and striking was really something. Elrod a lot flashier, but both those guys training with Hybrid here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, Hybrid's having a good showing tonight.
Third and final round, just 120 seconds to try to get something done for Justin Horsley. On our unofficial scorecards, we have Vance Elrod up 2-0. Cage doors closed, and we're on. Horsley gonna have to try to figure out a way to give himself an opportunity to get the finish, and Elrod not giving him much of a chance so far throughout 2.
Interesting that Elrod went for the takedown, considering he's having so much success on his feet. Horsley's got his neck.
Yeah,
but
he's only got one arm around the neck, though. He doesn't have it connected. And Horsley's trying to improve his position. Now, okay, so now he's got the full guard, and this could be a pretty precarious situation.
Yeah, there's
for
no
Elrod.
arm in there, but has he got the right angle?
So he disconnected the actual choke itself. He's basically just got the head pushed up against his body, so he's not going to be able to complete it. And then Elrod does do a nice job of sneaking his arm in, and now he's popped his head out.
Let's see what Elrod's ground game looks like. Haven't seen much of that in this fight so far. Referee Mark Smith telling him to work. They want to keep the action going in the amateur fights because there's only 2 minutes around.
45 seconds remaining in this fight. Elrod is in top position now, and he is the one doing the punishing. Just short little shots to the body. I don't know if he's intentionally playing it safe, but he is doing that. He's remaining in top position. He's got 30 seconds left in this fight, a commanding 2-0 lead as far as our scorecards go, and he may just be willing to ride this out.
He's taking some deep breaths up against the cage, takes a look up at the clock.
Creates some distance. Horsley, final 10 seconds of this fight. Can he get a Hail Mary?
Wow.
Another spinning kick from Elrod.
I think he's going to.
That's the end. Vance Elrod did a great job throughout the entire fight.
Yep.
You can tell Horsley was pretty upset as the final bell rang there, but didn't really have an advantage anywhere that the fight went. You know, sometimes we're able to detect, well, if this guy can just get the fight to the ground, that's where he'll be effective, or if he can just get back to his feet, that's where he'll be effective. Elrod just outclassed him in this fight.
Absolutely. Elrod looked great. His striking, his punches, his kicks, saw a nice takedown there. Horsley just wasn't able to do much with it. You know, he was looking for the choke there, but it was defended nicely there by Elrod. So, I mean, that's pretty much the best offense that we saw from Horsley most of the night. Just too long. I think you know, when Elrod said his arms are long, his legs are long, and he fights long.
Yeah, and he does a nice job with kind of those George St. Pierre leaping style strikes too. So no matter where this fight went, Horsley just couldn't find a moment to breathe. Elrod was just sort of all over him, cutting different angles, doing a great job with his striking. In our opinion, getting an easy victory, but it's not up to us. Here is the official judge's decision with Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, after a 3-round war, we go to the judges' scorecard for your winner by unanimous decision, the blue corner, Vance Elrod.
Forrest Griffin was right.
Don't come out to M&M. That's Vance Elrod getting himself a victory tonight. A lot of fun to watch him compete. I'm sure we'll see him again here at Tuff-N-Uff. These are the future stars of MMA, and the lightweights at 155 are coming up next.